28-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And out now come the Cowboys. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Here go 46. Here go 26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Going down the middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Prescott now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Williams able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he takes this one back into the end zone. and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. The point after is good, and that makes the score 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. Going for the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 49 yards. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they've got it here with a first down. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career. You're saying that's going into the trophy case? I'd put it there. Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 36 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
This one caught left side by Cooper. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Prescott on first down. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. This throw caught around the 6. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
47, 47. Here we go, 480. Check.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Extra point safely through, and the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
On first down, Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On second down, it's Bell. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? Five defensive
DBs.
backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically the big, smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They come up first and 10 at the 16. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Fine time to his left. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Brandon Copeland in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
We got 3 down. Here we go. Wide 8. Here we go, 46, 46. Right there. 26.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
We got 3. We got 3. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. Watch the back. Watch the back. 26.
3rd and long for Prescott. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Darnold on first down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
On second down, Darnold. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
First down, Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Here you go.
Prescott from the gun. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Here we go, 46, 46. Go, go, go. Get out there, get out there. They can't hang with us. 26.
Prescott now. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When the big guy rumbles down the center of the field and he gains leverage on a guy trying to cover him, it is really, really tough for the defender to get through him to make a play on the football. That's why guys love to throw that route. Down the middle, throw it deep, and let the big guy go get it.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. To throw is Prescott. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Prescott on 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. He sets to fire deep. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys add on. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, oh, let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So out now come the Jets. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of the game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Off of play action, Darnold. That is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol. Now Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because...
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Jamison Crowder with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that will shave one more off this lead. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. C.J. Mosley coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11.
Go, get out there.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Go, get out there.
Prescott to throw it. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Now Prescott, and this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott, and the Cowboys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He's going to float this, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to throw. Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw. Elliott steps away to his left. And he's going to let it go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Lucky 56.
Darnold from the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 47 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A good pickup there, a 22. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Here you go.
On first and 10, Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Catanzaro now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Prescott now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Throwing. Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
46, 46.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. And again, it's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Cooper was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. They'll throw again. Prescott. And this one's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now, what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Being chased out left. And that's incomplete.
Now, that's a tough throw for a right-handed quarterback, rolling out to his left and trying to get the ball to a receiver. We've seen all those drills where they're trying to get the shoulders square and point it towards the target downfield.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, spinning away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now it's Darnold. Nunez got it complete. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 51 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to...
And now here's another interception. Able to get there and pick it. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win the game.
Well, they said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. 10th carry now for Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Yeah, baby. Switch. Switch and 8. Here we go. Wide 8. Check. Watch the 4. 26.
Here's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Well, he flew past 200, 300, and 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend right now.
No doubt. They've got to be a confused group because they haven't been able to defend him very well at all. And I think he just wants to keep firing. When you have that kind of a day, you're just locked in. Just keep calling those pass plays.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know their playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. The give is to Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll go again with Bell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. A first down carry by Elliott. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting down.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Dallas, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.